Another long day spent sitting at a desk, slouching on the couch, or even standing for hours without much movement. By the end of it, your body feels stiff, your back aches, and your muscles are begging for relief. The reality is our daily routines can leave us feeling locked up like a rusty hinge that just won't budge. What if in just 15 minutes a day you could start undoing years of this built-up tension? By the time you're done with these 5 powerful stretches, your body will feel refreshed and your aches will begin to melt away. Let's kick things off with a classic that your spine will thank you for, the cat-cow stretch. This isn't just a yoga favorite. It's like hitting the refresh button for your back, shoulders, and neck. If you're constantly hunched over a desk or glued to your phone, your spine's crying out for some love. The cat-cow is a dynamic movement that eases that tension, boosts spinal flexibility, and helps you stand a little taller. Start on all fours, your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Inhale deeply, arch your back, lift your head, and push your tailbone toward the ceiling. Then exhale, round your spine like a stretching cat and tuck your chin to your chest. That's it. Repeat this gentle flow 10 to 15 times, syncing your breath with the movement. This isn't just a stretch. It's a mini reset for your posture and spine. Keep the movement smooth and controlled. No need to go overboard. This is about relief. Now that we've warmed up your spine, let's open up those tight hips with the next stretch. Let's loosen up those hips and inner thighs with a timeless move, the butterfly stretch. Think of this one as the ultimate antidote to stiff hips and tight groin muscles. Whether you've been sitting all day or crushing your workouts, tight hips can mess up your posture, make everyday tasks like bending down a chore, and even put you at risk of injuries. The butterfly stretch opens up your hips, improves lower back flexibility, and can even help with movements like deadlifts or squats. Sit on the floor with your legs extended. Bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Hold your feet with your hands and let your knees gently fall toward the floor. Lean forward slightly for a deeper stretch, keeping your back straight. Hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute. Feel that stretch in your inner thighs. Don't force your knees down. This isn't a contest. Let gravity do the work while you relax into it. Feeling the tension melt away? Good, because the next stretch will wake up your spine and hips in a way that feels like an energizing morning hug. Next up is the supine twist, your ultimate weapon against morning stiffness and post-workout tension. This one is all about gently unlocking your spine, opening up your shoulders, and giving your hips much-needed relief. Imagine waking up feeling tight and creaky, then lying back into this twist and instantly melting into comfort. That's the magic of this stretch. It's like hitting snooze on tension. Lie flat on your back with your arms stretched out in a T-shape. Bend your knees and pull them up toward your chest. Slowly lower your knees to one side, letting them hover just above or rest on the floor. Turn your head to the opposite side for a deeper stretch, keeping both shoulders firmly planted on the ground. Hold this position for 30 seconds to 1 minute, then switch sides. Resist the urge to let your opposite shoulder lift off the ground. It's all about that grounded, intentional twist. Move slow, breathe deep, and let your body settle into the stretch. By the end, your back will feel looser, your hips more mobile, and your whole body a little more aligned. Now that we've got your spine singing, it's time to show those legs some love with a stretch that will keep you on your toes. Let's talk about your legs, specifically your calves. Whether you're a runner, a walker, or someone who spends hours on their feet, your calves are working overtime, and it's time to give them a little TLC with the calf stretch. Tight calves aren't just uncomfortable. They can mess up your stride, limit ankle mobility, and even lead to injuries like Achilles tendonitis. This stretch keeps your legs loose and ready for action, from casual strolls to intense workouts. Stand facing a wall with one foot forward and the other extended back. Place your hands on the wall and bend your front knee, keeping your back leg straight and your heel firmly on the ground. Lean into the stretch until you feel it in your back calf. Hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute, then switch legs. Find a step or ledge and place the ball of one foot on the edge. Slowly lower your heel below the step level until you feel a stretch in your calf. Hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute, then switch legs. No bouncing. Static holds are the key here. Keep your movements controlled to avoid straining your muscles. By the time you finish, your calves will feel refreshed, your ankle mobility will improve, and you'll be ready to tackle any activity with ease. Now let's round things off with a stretch that's as calming as it is restorative. Now it's time to wind things down with a stretch that feels like a warm hug for your body. Child's Pose. This yoga classic isn't just about relaxation. It's a powerhouse for relieving tension in your back, hips, and thighs. After a long day of sitting, standing, or even smashing through a tough workout, Child's Pose gently decompresses your spine, opens up tight hips, and stretches your legs, leaving you feeling grounded and restored. Start on your hands and knees on a mat. Sit your hips back toward your heels, letting your chest lower toward the floor. Stretch your arms out in front of you, palms down, and rest your forehead on the mat. Breathe deeply, feeling your back and hips gently release with each exhale. Hold this position for 30 seconds to 1 minute, or longer if you need it. If you feel any discomfort in your knees, widen your stance slightly for a more comfortable position. Focus on relaxing your shoulders. Imagine them melting toward the floor. This isn't just a stretch. It's a moment of calm amidst the chaos. Let the stress of the day melt away as you sink deeper into the pose. Now that your body is loose and your mind is refreshed, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts to help you carry these good vibes into your daily routine. You've completed 5 stretches to relieve years of tension, all in under 15 minutes. Building a daily stretching habit isn't just about immediate relief. It's an investment in your long-term mobility, posture, and well-being. Whether countering hours at a desk, recovering from a workout, or starting your day refreshed, these stretches have you covered. Incorporate them into your routine, 2 to 3 sets each, holding for 30 seconds to 1 minute, and always listen to your body. The cumulative effect of consistent stretching reveals itself gradually. You don't notice dramatic changes after one session, but after weeks of daily practice, something shifts. That persistent lower back tightness that greeted you every morning begins to fade. The shoulder tension that built up by midday stays away longer. The stiffness that made getting out of a chair uncomfortable simply disappears. These changes happen so incrementally that you might attribute them to anything other than your stretching routine. But stop for a week and you'll notice. The old familiar aches creep back. The range of motion decreases. The body tightens up again. This tells you everything you need to know about the value of consistency. Stretching addresses more than physical tightness. When you dedicate 15 minutes to caring for your body, you're sending a message to yourself. I matter. My comfort matters. My long-term health matters. This psychological component, though subtle, compounds over time just like the physical benefits. You start making other choices that support your well-being. You drink more water. You take the stairs. You pause to breathe when stress builds. The morning presents an ideal time for this routine. Your body wakes up stiff from hours of immobility during sleep. Moving through these 5 stretches before the day begins lubricates your joints, activates your muscles, and sets a positive tone. You've already accomplished something before checking your phone or starting work. That sense of completion carries forward. Evening stretching serves a different purpose. After accumulating tension throughout the day, these movements help you decompress. They signal to your nervous system that the workday has ended, that it's time to shift into rest mode. This transition improves sleep quality. Your body releases the holding patterns developed from sitting, standing, or whatever your daily activities demanded. Some people resist stretching because they believe flexibility isn't important for them. They're strong enough. They don't need to touch their toes. But flexibility isn't about impressive displays of range. It's about maintaining the capacity to move through normal daily activities without restriction or pain. It's about being able to bend down to tie your shoes at 80 with the same ease you had at 30. The body adapts to whatever you consistently ask of it. If you never stretch, tissues shorten. If you spend hours in the same position, your body assumes that's your preferred state and optimizes for it. Muscles that stay contracted forget how to lengthen. Joints that never move through full range lose the ability to do so. This isn't aging. This is adaptation to disuse. Stretching reverses this process. It reminds your tissues they can lengthen. It takes joints through their full range, maintaining the option to move that way when needed. It keeps the body supple and responsive rather than rigid and brittle. The difference between these two states determines quality of life more than almost any other factor as you age. Each stretch in this sequence targets common problem areas. The cat-cow addresses spinal mobility, which influences everything from breathing to digestion. The butterfly opens hips that get chronically tight from sitting. The supine twist releases the thoracic spine and shoulders, areas that bear tremendous tension from computer work and stress. The calf stretch maintains ankle mobility, crucial for balance and gait. Child's pose decompresses everything while calming the nervous system. Together, these 5 movements create a complete practice. You could add others. You could substitute alternatives. But if you did just these 5 consistently, you'd maintain functional mobility and significantly reduce chronic pain. That's the power of simplicity applied with dedication. The breath component deserves emphasis. Each stretch becomes more effective when paired with conscious breathing. Inhaling creates space. Exhaling allows you to release deeper into the stretch. This isn't mystical. It's physiological. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which tells your muscles it's safe to relax. Tight muscles held by stress or protective tension only release when your nervous system permits it. Rushing through these stretches while breathing shallowly gives you maybe 20% of the available benefit. Moving slowly while breathing deeply gives you the full 100%. The time investment is the same. The results differ dramatically. This illustrates a broader principle. How you do something matters as much as what you do. Your body deserves this attention. It carries you through every experience you've ever had. It asks for so little in return. 15 minutes of mindful movement, adequate water, reasonable nutrition, sufficient sleep. Meet these basic needs consistently and your body will serve you reliably for decades. Neglect them and breakdowns accelerate. The choice is simple but requires daily commitment. No one else can make this choice for you. No pill, treatment, or therapy can substitute for the fundamental practice of moving your body through its full range of motion regularly. You either do this work or you don't. The consequences unfold gradually but inevitably. Take a deep breath, smile, and carry this energy forward. Your body deserves it.